Hi everybody, I can't be in fifth period today, and so I'm trying to do a screen recording for you so that you know what we're doing in class today and you can keep up and we don't get behind. So now that we have finished the gotcha, I want you to get out your laptops and you're going to pull up a browser. It doesn't matter if it's Chrome or Safari. And I want you to go to the blog that I've created for our blog's assignment. And so what we're going to be doing is using a site called EduBlogs. And as the name sounds, it's a way for students and teachers to be blogging together. It is published live, and so you are creating a digital footprint with this assignment, so you'll want to be thinking about what information you put down. You're all juniors, so I'm not going to tell you what you absolutely can and cannot do as far as your picture of yourself or your full name or things like that. That's up to you, but do know that this is not going to go away, so you want to be careful. So to do that, we're going to type in our address, which is GC. I have it on the board. It's GCIB11, and it has already auto-populated. It's right there. GCIB11.edublogs.org. And when you click on that, it brings you up to the page that I created for our blogging assignment. Now this is my page, all right? I have never done this before. I wanted to do it, and so I finally sat down yesterday during the third period SSR and started, and then I have my prep fourth period, and I finished the whole thing in that amount of time. So if I can do this in that amount of time, you'll be able to figure this out in probably half that amount of time. But anyway, this is the blog that I made. So I made this post right here to welcome you to our study of Cyrano de Bergerac. And right here I also put the directions for this assignment. You're going to start by creating your own blog. If you click right here, this will take you to a page I created that has the design requirements. So you need to read that later. Okay, and I'm going to go back. And then right here, I'm telling you what you're required to do as far as the writing goes on the blog. And if you click on this link, that will give you all of the blog requirements for what we're doing. So for each act, you're going to make one post. And you're also going to, for each act, comment on another person's blog. And here's the directions for doing that. And I'll talk about this some more tomorrow since I'm not really here to talk about it today. But read through this so that you understand exactly what the requirements are for the writing. Because you're going to comment on one other person's blog one time for each act. And then anyone who comments on your page, you have to respond to that comment. So really you have three things that you need to do for each act, right? All right, so let's go back now to my home page on my site. You can see at the top here the pages that I've created. Right here is a link for the how-to directions. So if I click on this, it is literally a PDF file that's online of the directions of how to get started. So how you go to the EduBlogs homepage and sign up for free for a new page and all this stuff. It's 7 pages long, and I didn't want to kill trees by making copies of this for everybody, so I've just posted it. Later when you're designing your page, you might find it's easier to print this out and have a hard copy next to you, or not. You can figure that out, decide what you need. All right, so I'm going to go back to the page, and I wanted to show you this column right over here. So this is where your blog, when you create it, you will join our class, and this is where you will see your blog link appear. So right now I've got the links of some people who have already gotten a head start. So let's go to Cooper's Super Cool blog and see how super cool it is. All right, so this is what Cooper has done so far. What you're going to notice is the default post that's here, and you can delete this and add something different. Here's the picture he chose. I'm not quite sure what that is. Here's the default tagline, just another EduBlog site, so he'll probably want to change that tagline. But anyway, he's gotten a head start now, and he's ready to start working on the content for his blog. I'm going to go back. So eventually, this will, on my page, we'll see a long list of 78 blogs in the class. And when you link yours, you're going to want to have this widget, it's called a widget, that you add of the class blogs that you belong to. That way, when you're making comments, you can go through here and click on someone's blog and read their post and make a comment. You can do that very easily without having to go back to my page and then here. And we can talk about that later this week once we get started. All right, so that's what this looks like. Let me give you, just to go through real quick how to do that a little bit. So I created a sample called Student Model. And let's go look at the site itself. Okay, so this is just the example that I made to give you an idea of what to do. To do that, let's go start from imagine we're starting from the beginning. So when you start from the beginning, it's going to ask you to pick a theme, okay? And some of the themes are free, like this one's free. This one is not. It's EduBlogs Pro only. You have to pay, you have to upgrade to get that. So skip all those ones that you have to upgrade, and it's most of them. That one's free. It's kind of boring, but it's free. Those you have to all pay for those. That one you pay for. This one's free right here if you like that look. It's free. You can choose the colors, and you don't have to call it baby log, so don't be put off by this stuff. Anyway, you can look through all of the different themes. Most of them are at a premium, but there are some that aren't. Here's another one. It's kind of cool looking. Again, you can change the picture and you can change the color. So you can go through here. There's another one that's free. And take a look to see if you find one that you like. Choose that one. And then let's go back. It's going to ask you to customize it. So you'll get something that looks like this. And you can set the title and tagline. So I could change my page and it'll update it pretty much at the same time. So I could say student example and name my site that. Okay? Anything I put here, you know, wow, this is boring. It'll eventually update it right as you do it. And then I can take and change the colors. I can choose a different color for the text. That doesn't work because you can't see it, so let's try something different. What about this red one? There we go. Okay, so you can play around with that. Change text color. When you change the image, so you can put a picture here. I went to Google Images to do this. And I had a problem because I kept picking a cool image and I was expecting that I'd be able to drop it in and crop it to fit this place. And it looks, when you're doing it, it looks like you should be able to do that. But for some reason, I kept getting error messages. So when, what I finally did is when I went to Google something, I looked at the size that I needed to have, 1440 by 500. And I went to Google Images, and I look up, say, map 1440 by 500. And that's going to give me, I don't want maps, I want images. Rats, back, images. This is going to show me pictures that are already at that dimension. So you may find when you're selecting an image, put the dimensions in there that you need, and that'll make it easier for you to place it on the page. Or if you fall in love with a picture that you really want to have, crop it to that image outside of this EduBlog site. Maybe use some sort of cropping software to do that. I don't know what you would, maybe even Word. I don't know if that would do it. But anyway, crop it to fit that size, and then upload it into EduBlog. So that'll make it a lot easier. And if you want to add a new image, you click on that button and you search for images and whatnot. That's pretty basic. All right, so I just wanted to show you that. Let me also show you real quick. Yeah, I'm going to leave that page. Oops, I think I just left EduBlogs altogether. No, I didn't. Okay, cool. I'm still on my student model site. When you are ready to join the class and link your blog to the class blog, you come up here to My Class and you hit Join a Class. I'm going to cancel that request so you can see how to do it. All right, so it'll look like this, and you search for a site. And so what you want to search for is GCIB11, because that's the name of my site. And you hit search, and it found it, and then you send a request to join. And then I will approve your request. And once I approve it, then you will see your site appear from my class blog. All right, that's it. I think that should be enough information for you to get started. I know we'll tell you if you look at the side board where I've put the agenda for the week, you will notice that I changed the deadline. I'm trying to be aware of your time, and I was going to have this due by Friday morning, but it's already Wednesday, and I don't know what you've got going on, and this might be about an hour or an hour and a half plus writing the post. So I made it Monday morning. So your homework by Monday morning is to finish your blog design, to join the class blog, and to write your first post over Act 1, your first comment on another person's post, and then a response to the comment on your post. That's all due by Monday morning. Now, please keep in mind, everyone among my 4 classes is going to be commenting on each other's posts. And no 2 people can comment on the same post. So if you don't write your first post until midnight on Sunday, you're going to be leaving someone else out in the cold because they're not going to be able to have anyone's post to comment on. So I'm going to tell you that you need to have your blog designed. You need to join the class blog and have your first post over Act 1. Those 3 things need to be done by, say, 8 or 9 o'clock on Sunday. Don't put that off any later than that. That way, everybody can get their stuff done and doesn't have to be up all night long working on this. Okay? All right? That's all for now. Thanks.